Today, we are talking about your body's built-in early warning system. Think of it as a yellow light. All right, let's kick things off with a bit of a riddle. Take a look at this thing. What could this super complex, high-tech piece of lab equipment possibly have in common with your body? I know, it sounds like a weird question, but stick with me because the answer is, well, it's simple and it's super useful. So what you're looking at is the status panel for something called a flow cytometer. Super technical, right? It's used for analyzing cells, all about precision, data, the whole 9 yards. But buried in its user manual is this amazing metaphor for how we can think about our own bodies. And here's the punchline. They both have yellow lights. That's it. So simple, but it's actually a really profound idea, and we're going to break it all down right now. Okay, first up, a machine's quiet warning. To really get this analogy, we've got to understand what this yellow light actually means for the machine itself. Think of it as a quiet little heads up. You know what's great about this is how simple it is. The machine basically has 3 modes. You've got OK, that's your green light, everything's running smoothly. Then you've got failed, total red light, system shut down, big problem. But right there in the middle, you have requires attention. And that is our yellow light. It's not broken, not yet. It's just a sign that you need to take a look. And this is where it gets really interesting. The manual for this machine actually says a performance check with yellow warnings can still pass. Let that sink in. The yellow light isn't a failure. It's an opportunity. It's your chance to step in and fix something before it becomes a big red light problem. All right, now let's pivot. Let's take that exact same idea and apply it to the most complicated, incredible machine on the planet, you. We're going to talk about your body's pre-pain signals. And the parallel is just perfect. The machine has OK, requires attention, and failed, while your body has feeling good, those yellow lights, and then pain. See? Pain is the red light. Pain is the failed state. It's when the system is already in trouble. And if there's one thing you take away from all this, let it be this. Pain is not the beginning. Pain is the final signal. It's the last resort. Your body was trying to tell you something was up way before that with all those quiet little yellow lights. So what are we even talking about here? What do these yellow lights feel like in real life? I bet a few of these are going to sound familiar. You know that jaw clenching you do when you're really concentrating? Or how your hands and feet get cold at your desk? What about your eyes burning from screen time? Or that moment you realize you've completely forgotten to breathe? And my personal favorite, shoulders slowly making their way up to your ears. These aren't just random little quirks, people. They're data. They're signals. The thing is, these signals aren't random at all. They usually show up together in a kind of predictable pattern. And once you learn to spot that pattern, you can start to decode what we're going to call your stress signature. So your stress signature, it's just the pattern your body defaults to when it's overloaded. But here's the crucial mind shift. These aren't flaws. They're actually really intelligent adaptations. Your body isn't doing something wrong. It's doing its absolute best to compensate and just keep you functioning. Let's break down a few common ones. First up, low power mode. This is when you feel that slumped spine, your limbs feel heavy, you get that classic afternoon crash, or your brain just feels foggy. So what's really going on? Well, your system is smartly shifting into an energy-saving mode. It's not laziness, it's your body protecting its resources. Okay, next we have high grip syndrome. Think clenched jaw, tight glutes while you're just sitting there, a rock-solid core, those lovely tension headaches. What your body is doing here is creating stability by basically bracing for impact. It might make you feel strong or locked in, but wow, is it ever expensive energy-wise? It just torches your battery. All right, signature number 3. I think this one's going to hit home for a lot of us. It's the fixated gazer. This is where you get that forward head posture, the stiff neck, burning eyes, and this weird feeling like your ribs are just frozen in place. And it's a chain reaction, right? Your eyes lock onto the screen, so your neck locks up to keep them steady, and that in turn freezes your breathing pattern. And last but not least, the overcorrector. We all know this one. It's that feeling of trying to hold perfect posture all day long, but it's just exhausting. Your chest is puffed out, your ribs are flared, shoulder blades squeeze back. You're basically forcing your body into a shape it can't naturally hold. And that creates a whole new set of problems, like compression that's just masquerading as good alignment. Okay, so you've started to notice your yellow lights. Maybe you even recognize your own personal stress signature. Now what? What do you actually do about it? Well, the solution is way simpler than you probably think. It's called the 2-minute system reset. And this is the best part, honestly. You don't need to block out an hour for a huge workout or a foam rolling session. All you need is what's called a stealth reset. These are tiny, low effort, but super high impact things you can do in literally 2 minutes wherever you are. The whole idea behind this is gentle wins. Why gentle? Because your nervous system is way faster and way more powerful than your willpower. If you try to fight your body and force a tight muscle to relax, your brain just sees that as a threat. And what does it do? It braces even harder. So the key isn't to fight your body, it's to send it signals of safety. So here's the game plan, the little decision tree. It's 4 simple steps. 1, you notice the signal. That's your yellow light. 2, you identify the source, which stress signature is kicking in. 3, you use a quick stealth reset. And 4, you just notice the result. You'll feel that subtle shift back to feeling, well, normal again. And these results happen fast. I'm talking 60 to 120 seconds. You might find yourself letting out a big, spontaneous sigh, or maybe you'll notice your hands feel warmer, or your jaw isn't clenched anymore. And that's not just in your head. That's not a placebo. That's pure physiology. That's your nervous system literally getting the message that it's okay to stand down. So let's bring it all home. What's the big takeaway here? It really just boils down to one thing: learning how to listen to the yellow light. Look, the point isn't to fix your stress signature like it's some kind of personal failing. The real goal is just to catch it early, to see that yellow light flicker on and then gently reset things before it ever escalates to a red light, before it turns into pain. So I'm going to leave you with this one last question. Just for right now, as you're sitting here listening, do a quick scan of yourself. Can you notice a yellow light your body is showing you at this very moment?